This week, we saw the annual report from China's Environmental Authority, and it showed encouraging indicators. Cities had more blue sky days, thousands of new natural reserves were built, and yet China is still the world's biggest emitter of greenhouse gases. Give us, if you will, an overall report card of China's environmental efforts.
Well, China is making solid progress in environmental protection and climate mitigation. Take air pollution as an example. Chinese cities used to be the most polluted ones in the world, but many will not be on the top watch list anymore. In 2019, the PM2.5 concentration in the key cities declined by 43% compared to the 2013 level. The heavy pollution days, dubbed as apocalypse, declined by 81%. The air pollution control campaign has resulted in noticeable change in air quality. Air pollution control and carbon emission reductions are closely associated. In 2018, this is the most recent data available, China's carbon intensity was 46% lower than the 2005 level. The share of non-fossil fuels reached 14%. So the reduction in carbon emissions has generated co-benefits, including air quality improvement.
Right, so some solid progress there. And China has also set an ambitious target under the UN climate deal to cut emissions. This week it affirmed those goals. What more needs to be done to lower its carbon footprint?
Well, China's carbon emission reduction commitment is very meaningful and also significant. It's closely related to China's air pollution control. So in terms of carbon emissions, China is still facing a major challenge because China has been the world's largest emitter since 2007, and its per capita emission has already exceeded the EU level. So China's strategy is to put carbon emission reduction and air pollution control together. Although China has improved its air quality dramatically, its air pollution level in many cities is still significantly higher than the level recommended by WHO. For example, take Beijing as an example. Its PM2.5 concentration was 42 microgram per cubic meter in 2019, but WHO recommended 10. So it means China has a long way to go in terms of local and regional environmental protection, as well as global climate protection.
Professor Zhang, talk to us for a moment about the balance of economic development versus ecological protection, because Beijing has really made that a priority in recent years. Would you say it's succeeding?
Well, this is indeed the paramount challenge for China to balance economic growth and environmental protection. On the one hand, China vows to enter the rich country club by 2035. On the other hand, China is waging a war towards environmental pollution and acting aggressively to mitigate climate change. This already very difficult challenge is further being complicated by the shock of COVID-19 pandemic. However, green development is a long-term natural strategy for China. It should not be swayed by the temporary shock of the pandemic. So to deal with this challenge, I have a couple of thoughts. And so China should focus on environment-friendly economic growth and growth-friendly environmental policy.
Thank you.